Have you ever used ChatGPT or anything? There's this option where you can regenerate a response. So it gives you a response, click regenerate response, it gives you a different response to whatever you had asked it or whatever prompt you had given it. Um, Humans can also do that. It requires just a little bit more humility. So basically, the AI receives the question, triggers some mechanisms, some interpretive mechanisms, which result in a response. And when you click regenerate a response, I'll bet it can take in again what you said, but this time reject whatever the first sum of its interpretive mechanisms is. Okay, say nope, not that sum. Okay, so then it runs it again and listens for sort of the second option, ignoring the first and giving us the second option. Another possibility is that it does actually somehow change. I don't know how, maybe it's random, I don't know, but it changes the interpretive mechanisms that it used on the prompt. It may give more weight to certain mechanisms. So for instance, if its response, there was a lot of its response was based on a specific word that was used, and then you say you generate a response, maybe it's able to say, okay, you know what, let me give less weight to the definition of that word and more weight to some other things. Now, how does it attribute those different weights? I guess it's in its programming, but never mind the AI. Let's talk about us. The unintelligence, so that's artificial intelligence. And we are imitated intelligence. We are I. So what can we do? Well, I reckon, because I did it the other day. See, I've been writing my journal explaining why I was angry about something. And so I've got maybe 4 or 5 journal entries to start with. I am angry because, or I was angry because. And so what was happening was I'd be thinking about something, I'd have certain interpretive mechanisms going that would result in a sentence like I am angry because this, but it kept resulting in different sentences over the course of the days. Now, we didn't have the same prompt. I wasn't looking at the question, why am I angry? But my interpretive mechanisms kept producing different explanations of my anger. And of course, lots of them, were part of it, right? So it wasn't just one or the other. But that doesn't matter. The point is that it was a new piece, a new part of the explanation, new possibility for the explanation. And then last night, I was thinking about these different explanations. And I thought, I went, I thought to myself, I am angry because, so one voice that gave the prompt, I am angry because, ... for the first time intentionally giving myself the prompt. And another voice came in immediately and finished it. And I was about to let the process continue where that answer of why I'm angry triggered justification, evidence that I, would be or should be angry for this reason. But I stopped it and I ran the prompt again. Except I put an embargo, or I put a whatever on the response I had just gotten. I don't know exactly how I did it, but I think we can just think that, or I don't know. And something else came out. And because I guess I don't know how to fine tune it yet, what came out was basically the absolute opposite of a justification for being angry. Because I wanted to come up with just maybe another reason to be angry, I guess. but my voices had misunderstood maybe each other and thought that what was banned was being angry, and so the voice came out something like, I don't actually remember even what it was, but I am angry because I am selfish, I have a certain expectation, blah blah blah. And then I did it again, and yeah, it's almost like your iPhone predictive keyboard. You keep clicking and it produces a sentence, then you back up, you backspace, 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 and you tell the predictive keyboard, I don't want that. And so you do it again. Of course, you can't actually do that with the predictive keyboard, but with the brain you can. And you can do it with an AI proper like ChatGPT as well. And then you just go down a different route. But you have to be able to backspace. You have to be able to stop and go back. Not assume the veracity and value of everything that just came out. Regenerate a response. So I just made a video on malenting. And so here's my advice for you: 100%, probably several times a day, malent, okay? If you don't believe me, there's no hope for you. You're arrogant, okay? But for anyone out there that's able to realize that they are these evolved voices, but that are not actually adaptive in this world or for knowing truth, well then, hopefully you'll believe me that you malent very often. Anytime someone says, hey, why'd they do that? Often, most people, unless it's someone that they have some kind of relationship with, some kind of a positive relationship, will just malent immediately. Oh, some people just need to feel better about themselves. Oh, some people just don't give a shit about it, blah, 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 blah. So, regenerate a response. Okay, so the first time he said, he did this because he doesn't care about anybody but himself. Okay, possible. Regenerate a response. He didn't do this because... No, sorry, he did this because he knew it would hurt me. Okay. Regenerate a response. He did this because he didn't know it would hurt me. That's interesting. Okay, regenerate a response. I don't know. He did this because he was upset about something that I didn't know about. Okay. Regenerate a response. He did this because he didn't know how else to do it. Okay. Regenerate a response. He did this because the only way he can feel good about himself is to put other people down. Okay. And this is a friend of yours? Wow, okay. Anyway, okay. Regenerate a response. And so you just keep letting different voices react. And sometimes it's going to be one voice that's really loud that keeps trying to jump in. You say, no, already heard you. So there's your brain hack for, well, it's for life, for everything, really. Whether it's not just about malenting. Every time you have a belief, an idea about something, regenerate a fucking response, okay? Stop trusting your first response. And these AI, ChatGPT is so much smarter than us. It's amazing. We'll tell them to regenerate a response. But we do us regenerate a response? No way. Every first response is great. Tell other people, hey, regenerate a response. What? No. I'm gonna start doing that. Huh. Try regenerating a response.